What's happening, world? Welcome back to another episode of the DUDEPOOL Gamescast. As always, I'm the host with the most, the Dude 250. Back again, you can call me Nicky D. Hanging on the couch with my two friends, the furry Achilles. I don't know if you can see him, but he's there. And Aliens Exist, also known as Taylor Sager.
Hey, guys.
Coming across the Oceano is my main man, Danny Sex Appeal, known to the online world as Brutal Nature. What's happening, brother?
I'm just chilling like a sex appealing kind of stud muffin that I am. How you guys do?
All right.
Are you sex appealing a banana?
Yes.
Sexily. That's right. Well, we got a juicy topic for you today, I think, and we're going to send it over to Taylor for that one. Today, a questione, signore. I don't know if any of that was Spanish, but it's yours.
All right.
The floor is yours, sir.
I wanted to talk to you guys a little bit about some exciting news that's floating around in the last week or so here. It's... I don't know if you know or not, but Rocket League, one of our favorite games, is coming to Xbox One finally.
It's already out.
It is already out? Okay.
Yeah.
I guess, yeah. And it's going to be, or is already, you're able to play with PC people as well on your Xbox One. So it's Xbox One and PC people playing together, much like it is on PS4. But now Xbox is talking about opening up these closed networks and getting Xbox Live and PlayStation Network people to play together, which is exciting stuff. Apparently, Xbox has already said that the groundwork on their side, as far as like the technical stuff, is already done, or at least hinting that that's where they're at right now with that they're ready to go with it, as long as PlayStation kind of says that it's okay. But what I've heard on PlayStation side is basically that, like the technical stuff isn't necessarily the hardest part about it. Like opening up the networks is something that's different. And it will take time, but it's the hardest part about it is going to be the business side of it, is apparently what I'm hearing now. So there's a bunch of different policies that both of them have,
Right.
That they're going to have to go through in order to make it so that all of us can play together, which is the thing, I guess, where they're sitting right now. I mean, I think that Xbox is doing this mostly because they're losing the console race here, and they want to try to adopt some late buyers of their console who can still play with their friends who have PlayStation consoles.
I don't, because even like the crossplay's been there between PC and PS4 since the beginning, but we can't join friends' parties or anything like that. You can't even
Like a
talk
PC
to
party.
them, right?
No,
they couldn't join a chat party. We can't invite them to a game, so that totally eliminates that aspect of it.
Oh, the friends.
Right? Yeah. Well, I'm gonna buy Rocket League on Xbox because my friends are playing it on PlayStation, but that doesn't mean we can still connect. If it was to come into play, it would be at random.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Right. Yeah, that makes sense. But do you what they're trying to do is open it up for third-party developers now, to be able to add that into a game?
Yeah, choice is theirs.
To have it so that you can play with just Xbox people, or you can play with everybody,
right?
PSN, PC, and Xbox people. Kind of thing.
You're able to do that on certain games, like Street Fighter V.
Like across all PlayStation.
Not on Xbox, but PlayStation and PC. If I just want to fight people playing it on PC, I can shut that off and stuff.
And same with there's a PS3 version of the game as well, right? And a PS4.
Street Fighter V?
Yeah.
I don't think so.
Oh
no,
really?
I think
That's what I was
exclusive.
reading. Oh, I was reading that you could play it across PlayStation consoles was the thing that I was reading earlier today.
What, Street Fighter?
Yeah, but it might have been an older one.
Maybe it is.
It might have been an
might be
older
four.
one they were talking about.
Might be number 4.
Yeah, it could have been 4. Yeah. But yeah, I think that it's certainly exciting that this is even a possibility. I'm really liking that they're actually starting to get talks about this and sort of kind of open up the door, I guess, that this could be a possibility going forward. I don't think that they're going to go back and make it a thing on older games. I don't think that that's something that they're looking to do. I think it's just to be
going
worked
forward.
into games that are coming out in the future. Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
I think it just makes sense. I think it makes sense to not be able to communicate via separate consoles.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But it just keeps the games, it makes the community that much bigger. You're
Stronger,
finding games faster.
Exactly.
There's always people to play with. It gives you the widest net to cast. But that hook of, I'm going to buy the Xbox or the PlayStation because that's what my friends are on, is still there.
Yeah.
Right.
right?
Yeah, because you have to. Yeah, in order to get into a chat party or something, you have to be.
Yeah, exactly.
On the network,
and not even just to chat, like to be able to play. Like if you were on Xbox and I was on PlayStation, I couldn't even play with
Send
you.
you
It would have to
invite.
be random. We'd have to play 500 games that we still might not even see each other, right?
With the. Do you know with Xbox Live because you can play you can get Xbox Live on your PC, right? Like the network or whatever, and play games through Xbox Live on your PC. Do you know if you can get into chat parties that way, like through Xbox Live, like Xbox Live chats
Through Windows 10 and
through Windows 10 and an Xbox? Like
I
your
would
friend
imagine.
has an Xbox One.
I don't know. I honestly don't. Funny story. Just bought a computer yesterday and it's got Windows 10 on it, so I can look into that now.
Yeah.
But I would imagine so because they really were trying to integrate like Windows and Xbox all the same cohesive thing, right?
And
so.
yeah, it is, and it is its own closed network. You know, like where like Steam network is its own network, and the PlayStation network is its own network. So like the Xbox Live, when you play Xbox Live games on your PC, it is still the same network as the one on your Xbox.
Yeah,
so
it's similar to all that shit. Like I can go on Steam on my phone and have a voice chat with people,
exactly.
and same with PlayStation has the app too, where I can do the same fucking thing.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I mean I've even been on my Vita and had
Right.
and
Well,
joined
that makes sense.
chat parties with you guys. PS3 can't do it, but
No,
Vita
but the
can.
Vita's closer to the PS4 than the PS3 is, isn't it?
I'd say it's closer to a PS3.
The Vita is closer to a PS3 than a PS4.
Well, what are we talking about in terms of hardware or in terms of software?
Yeah,
Like-
software, I would say, because that would
Absolutely. I think it's
compatibility.
I think the actual like operating system on the Vita is more similar, more.
It
akin
speaks to
the
it a bit
PS4.
easier, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I would see that as making sense, I guess. But it would be the cell phone thing is really intense to me. I didn't know you could do that. Like that's a whole other. It's not like a Sony made product even. You know, it's just an app that's on a completely different manufacturer.
my phone's
that
a
you can
Sony.
still connect. I guess. Yeah. Maybe my phone can't do it then. Yeah, I don't know. But yeah, really, it excites me. Yeah. It seems like PlayStation is still a little bit wary about the whole thing, mostly because I think that there is actual policies or rules or something like that in place on their side of things. That makes
Probably
it-
just like the license agreement thing. They'll have to come up with a mutual license agreement
Exactly.
that you'll have to click agree on or whatever.
like, that's
that
what-
nobody fucking reads.
That's their policy or whatever.
Right.
To use this service that you're now going to be using between two separate consoles that are owned by
Right,
two different
right.
companies. Yeah, I think that's going to be the hardest part is for them to make. I guess they have to make a new one. Is the
Well,
idea.
I would imagine that the networks will have a problem with because like you have to have PlayStation Plus to play it online on PlayStation. You have to have Xbox
Gold
Gold
or whatever,
to
yeah.
play it on Xbox, right?
Right.
So how is an Xbox gonna know that they have to like okay that PlayStation subscribers can go in there. Otherwise,
Yeah,
it's just gonna
but
be like,
that's-
oh, this guy doesn't have Xbox Live at all.
I think that's going to be on the console side of things, though, because like it's going to be
I think that's part of what they need to figure out between the two of them.
because like for the networking, I think that it's like to open the networks between them to talk to each other. I
Right.
think is going to be through the developers, I guess, to have. I guess I don't know, because I guess Xbox has to create some sort of app or some sort of program, which apparently they have already done, that you can add in or you can build into a game that will let you access the PlayStation Network when you're playing online. So I guess that on that side of things, there has to be some sort of like the actual console companies have to build something and put it in there. But I think aside from that, it's going to be mostly based on the third-party developers on if they want to put it in there or like supporting it and that kind of stuff. I think that like the PlayStation Plus, like as soon as you start the game, your PlayStation or whatever, the PlayStation side of things is going to check whether or not you have PlayStation Plus before it's even going to let you try and look for a game, right?
Yeah, I mean they're gonna have to come up with a way for the Xbox system to tap into the network, like just open.
I don't
the
think
server.
that Xbox has to look at and see whether or not I have PlayStation Plus or not. That's what I'm saying. Like I think that for me to even
No,
get
I don't think that, but they have to know that a PlayStation user is cleared for Xbox Live,
right.
right? Otherwise they're just I don't know.
Oh.
I don't know how all that mumbo.
So you
jumbo
think that I
works.
would have to have Xbox Live to play with somebody on Xbox?
No, but they'll have to build a system that if you're trying to connect to their server, they have to like.
Get some money out of it?
No. They just have to recognize there's an automatic block
Yeah,
if
yeah.
you don't have Xbox Gold or PlayStation Plus. It's like, no, you
I
can't
see
get
what you're
it.
saying now.
But I don't have Xbox Live, so
Right.
how are they going to know that a PlayStation user is cleared?
Right, I get what
right?
you're
So they
saying
have
now.
to build that loophole.
Right, so that they work together. The
Exactly.
PlayStation Plus and the Xbox Live
Yeah.
can be seen as the same thing.
Mm-hmm.
Right, I get what you're saying.
Exactly.
Yeah, I mean, I would like. I don't. I hope that kind of stuff is something that they can figure out pretty easily. But yeah,
I would imagine so. I
think
think they're
that-
much smarter at that stuff
Yeah.
than I am, I'll tell you that.
I think that actually getting it so that those companies want to actually play nice together is going to be the hardest part about it.
Yeah.
And making it seem to their investors that they're not going to lose money doing this.
Sure.
Which is going to be a thing as well. But I think, yeah, in the way that you're saying it, where it's like you're randomly just going to be connected to random motherfuckers on across all different types of consoles, like that, you still necessarily have to get an Xbox One if your friends.
Yeah,
have an Xbox
I don't
One.
see
So I
any
think that
downside
that's-
for any party to that.
Yeah, I think that is a great way to do it, and especially on like the side of Xbox One where they have, I don't know, cheaper games maybe where the community isn't that big. Like now you're not going to get that game
Right.
because there's nobody to play online with.
What are you thinking, Danny?
It feels like, I mean, like you guys said, it's not going to harm PlayStation or Xbox at all. It's going to be, if anything, it's just simply going to help the developers of especially these smaller games like, well, I mean, Rocket League when it first came out was a smaller game. It's a smaller development team. It's going to help them a lot because their audience is going to be so huge, and it's going to, that keeps people playing when you can always find a match just like that, you know. So I think in the
Yeah.
long term, it's exciting. This is a great first step. And I kind of didn't believe it when I first saw the news, but yeah, I'm excited. I'm excited, and I think it will come to pass, and a lot more games will adopt it, and I think it'll be good for gaming in general. To be honest,
On that note, do you guys think that this is like a first step into getting just one online network that you subscribe to instead of having like an Xbox Live Gold and a PSN Gold?
No.
It's just a one network. You don't think
No.
that they're going to ever do that?
Fuck no.
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 it would
Unless
be
they
nice.
merge companies.
No, yeah. But I mean, you could get essentially they could stop doing the networking or stop doing the part of it where they have to, use that money that you give them to take care of their network. You can get a third party who's got their own network that is now an open network for all the consoles,
Right.
essentially. And you're paying them money to keep the network up and to handle all the network crap and shit
That
like
sounds
that.
like a
and do
very
it with the store
consumer-friendly idea, and I
stuff
like it, but I don't think it's going to happen. It doesn't make much business sense. No.
But I mean, it depends because like they could be getting money.
I think before that happens, we'll see a unified console.
Yeah, you think so?
Yeah.
Wow. I think I could see a unified network before I could see a unified console for sure. Because if you could get a third party that's like, we'll give you kickbacks on this money and you no longer have to put this money out to deal with this. Like we have our own customer service side for the networks now, blah, blah, blah. They're going to pay us like the monthly subscription fee. And then you have the network on your consoles and PC. And now it's one open network. That
No,
you're
but
all
Sony owns
tied
the
into.
network that they do, and so does Microsoft.
Yeah,
so
definitely.
What are they going to do with all that?
Like,
They have their servers. They don't need a third party.
yeah.
And then they're losing money. You're splitting it with another company.
But you're also not spending the money on the network, right? Like they're obviously spending a lot of money to keep it up and for customer
I don't
service
know about that.
and for stuff like
I have
that.
no idea about that stuff. I don't know
Well,
numbers.
it takes work to keep a network, a huge
Sure,
network open
but
for people
I don't
to
know
use,
if are they gonna.
you know.
So some magical third party company is gonna come along with a bigger network that's gonna have to be twice the size.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah,
and
that's what I'm
charge
thinking.
less than what they're doing.
Not necessarily, but charge the same to us, but give the people like let's say Xbox and PlayStation a kickback for them to use this service, like this network service on their console, right? And now they get rid of a whole aspect of their company that they don't have to pay money for, right? Now they're getting kickbacked a couple dollars every month from each subscription instead of getting
I don't know where
$30
you're
a
gonna
month or
find
whatever.
this magic third party company that's gonna have a bigger server farm than
I'm not-
Microsoft.
Yeah, I don't.
They're just not. It's not gonna happen.
Yeah,
Maybe
it
who's
Google.
gonna? Huh?
Get Google. to do it.
Google's not gonna put their foot into that game. No way. They don't need to.
But that is something that like this whole idea where you can open it up and you can play together.
I don't know.
Excites me to that being a future thing. Like I know that there's obviously not a company that's just like they're ready to go, like just waiting for their time to pounce on this whole fucking.
What do you think about that
network
idea,
thing.
Danny?
Or like a unified subscription type company doing all the online shit like
All
that.
the networking, yeah, for computers and consoles.
Ugh. I mean, I could see it. Like, there's always like one company always ends up being
It's
bigger
like
than
the
everything else.
exact
But
opposite of capitalism. Like it's not gonna happen.
Well, it'd be a monopoly on the networking game
Yeah.
for sure.
we'll see.
But yeah, I mean that
It would
kind
be
of
a
stuff
long
For
way
goes
away,
in
but-
that
capitalism all
one
the time.
third party company though, the other
Mm.
like Sony and Xbox wouldn't want them monopolizing.
You don't think so?
No, they want to monopolize.
But they're
I'm
not.
sure
you're
they'd
not
rather
able
own that
to
farm.
monopolize like everybody. You know what I mean? Like if, or let's say PlayStation Network grows in size or whatever, and eventually just they buy out the Xbox Live network, and now it's all one network. You know what I'm saying? And now you're paying Sony $30 a month to play on their network, and it's across both consoles. Let's say,
Microsoft's never going to sell their network. They're Microsoft.
or the other way around. Then, either way, I mean, like you get the
Sony
idea.
would bow out of the console game at that point.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
If they're yeah.
Yeah, they would.
Yeah.
You think network subscription
so-
fees are the thing?
Huh?
You think network subscription fees are the thing that's like the
I think
I
it's
think
an
if
ego
they have no
thing.
network subscription fees, then they have no fucking console adopters, and they're gonna bow out.
because
That means they didn't sell, right?
no. If there was a full network where you're paying a different company a network subscription fee and you still have the internet,
They,
on
but
the
you have to
PlayStation,
have one of the companies failing in order for that to happen.
unless it's just a third party that just comes in and buys them both out, which is obviously
Who
pretty
the fuck is
far-fetched.
gonna do that?
I don't know, fucking Wayland Yutani from fucking the Alien franchise. That's who.
Okay.
All right, that's not really that important right now.
I think Taylor's thinking about years and years down the line. Like,
Yeah, I'm not
A
saying that this
decade
is
or
like
two.
something that can necessarily happen in the next 5 years. I'm
Right.
saying that this is like it could be a first step to something bigger.
Nah.
And that something bigger could be that big.
But something bigger has already kind of happened. I already see it happening. It's going to be something like the Steambox. Steambox is too early, but that's what it's going to be. It's going to be a customizable console. It's going to be a new company that comes in with a new console like Valve. And it's going to be a customizable console that's very akin to a PC that you can just change parts and stuff like that, swap out. And I think that's the future.
And then they will outsell the Sony and the Microsoft, and then those motherfuckers. will
And
just
then
bow
it's
out.
all just going to be PC gaming, man.
Right.
I think it's coming to that point. Consoles are
I could see
awesome.
Google doing
But
that.
as soon as you can get the ease of access of a console packaged into a little PC thing that you can plug into your TV, and then access all the wealth of games on a PC and play them with the controller, that's what I think is...
The Steambox you have to plug into your computer, though, right? Like you still need.
No, you plug that
No,
into
that's
your
like the
TV.
Steam, like the TV link thing or whatever. Like, no, the streaming from
Yeah.
your computer to your TV. That's
Yeah, you're
that's-
streaming from your computer.
No, the Steam box is its own
No,
fucking
Steambox is
machine.
different.
Oh,
It's
really?
its own little console.
Steam
Oh, okay.
box
Yeah.
No,
versus
that's
Steam
super cool.
machine is different. Yeah, Steam box
Oh, I
is just
see.
to
Okay.
stream.
I think
onto
Valve
the other.
sees that. Valve's always pretty on point with their shit like that. They're progressive, but that's what I see happening.
Yeah,
Because then you already have a unified network. It's called the fucking
Yeah.
internet.
Exactly. Yeah. Well, I mean, it'd be the Steam network, really, at that point, if it was the Steambox.
Yeah.
Because like they have,
Well, no,
they have
it's
their own
all-
closed network as well, right?
No,
Like you don't play.
well, sure, but you
on
play
Steam against
EA's
other people.
EA's games are on EA servers, shit like that, right? Like,
sure.
and it's like that on consoles too. But
Right.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, that's kind of how I see things unfolding. More of a unified console space rather than a network with competing consoles. It doesn't make sense to me.
But for the present, it's I mean, it's pretty awesome that there's a real distinct possibility that we're going to be able to play PlayStation versus Xbox on at least Rocket
Yeah,
League. It looks
sure.
like I don't see
Yeah, at least.
why they would really not do it. It'll come down to developers, and I think it's good business for them to have their game and the player base all playing together. I think that makes for a better experience. Hopefully,
I think so.
Yeah, me too.
pretty
Yeah.
cool. Pretty cool.
I think it's exciting.
Yeah.
And I'm
I mean,
glad
the
that
consoles are
it's-
so fucking similar now. Like, I am getting sick of seeing these, like, still seeing
Console
graphical
wars.
comparisons between
yeah.
Xbox One and PS4. I'm like, oh, they look the fucking same, except that monitor's probably darker. I don't know.
Yeah.
Right? Like, fucking dumb. The consoles are so similar at this point, then it doesn't really matter. So just let us play together.
It's like splitting hairs. Yeah.
It just keeps the game's life cycle around for longer, especially in an online only games and stuff like that, like Rocket League, right?
Yeah. and Street Fighter 2. I mean,
Rocket League would be the saddest fucking game if there was nobody playing.
Yeah.
It's just me alone with a ball in an arena.
Well, you
Just
can play the
looking
season
around like,
mode, but
where'd
it's not
everybody go?
quite the same, is it?
yeah, exactly. At least there is a single player to play in that one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Word up, son.
Cool.
Well, that was a good one.
Yeah.
Yeah, I enjoyed it.
Good. I'm glad.
Good. Thank you for joining us in another episode of the Dude Pool Gamescast. If you liked what you saw, hit that like button at the bottom. Remember to subscribe so you can see us every week multiple times. And make sure to check us out on Twitter at DudePool Gaming and on Facebook at facebook.com/theofficialdudepool. Is that it? There's no the?
There's no the.
Why do I always put the?
I
Because
don't
it just
know.
makes sense.
You really
it's like a
like
sentence.
the word the.
Well, it's the Dude Pool page, right? So it's not just Dude Pool Gaming.
Official Dude Pool Gaming.
Official Dude Pool Gaming.
Facebook.com.
It's on the end of the video.
That's right.
Ladies
If
and
you
gents.
think it should be the official Dude Pool Gaming, make sure you get at us.
Yeah,
And
send
if
us
you-
a note because we're not going to fucking change it. That's for sure.
Anyway, we'll catch you next time, fuckers. Adios.
See you guys.